mean, we've seen you out there making plays the last 3-4 practices here. Is there things starting to click for you a little bit out there?
Yeah, I can say, everything is starting to slow down as, days go by because, just getting kind of familiar with the plays and just kind of like, just getting comfortable with just being around the rest of the guys and trusting the rest of the guys on the field with me. So everything's just kind of starting to slow down for me.
How much of a learning curve is there? I mean, coming from Alabama, obviously that's a great defense, but how different is it now in the NFL?
It's not as bad, because college it's a lot too, but one thing I can say about the National Football League is, they big on like run fits and things like that, and in college it wasn't so much of run fits. And, in NFL you really just got to press your gap and do your job because it's good running backs in the league nowadays. They're going to find a way and hit that gap, and we're going to give up an explosive play. So it's not as much as hard. It's just all, knowing what you're doing your job, and trusting your teammates.
Obviously, you come in with confidence, but when you're making plays, breaking up passes, intercepting passes at this level, does it give you a little bit of a boost?
Yeah, I'll say, it will, but, that's something that, I feel like that's in my game. So I'm not surprised when I do things like that. Because I know there's always room for improvement. I got to come out the next day and try to do the same thing. It's all about being consistent at this level. So therefore, I feel like there's always room for improvement, and I just got to come out and work hard every day.
Did you need that first interception just to kind of feel like yourself again?
Yeah, I kind of felt like myself. It kind of took me back to when my sophomore year when we played Florida State for the opening game, and I intercepted a pass from DeAndre Francois, and it kind of felt the same way. So I was excited, and I know in the National Football League, you fall on the ground, you can get back up and run. So, of course, I kind of braced myself so I can get into a running stance and get ready to try to go running back or something.
You basically like somersaulted right in to your feet. I mean, like, there was like no time.
Yeah.
You didn't have to get yourself up. We know about your athleticism and the many positions you played. Do you think that's a little bit of a surprise?
To y'all or to me?
To everybody watching.
Maybe to everybody watching. They kind of got a taste of what I was capable of doing in Alabama, but it's just a whole different level, and I feel like my game can only get better with being around pro athletes and just being able to get pushed by my coach, Coach Al Holcomb, Coach Steve Wilkes, and some of the vets, Joe Schober, Christian Kirksey, Darius Taylor, Ray Armstrong, guys like that push me every day to be the best player that I can be. Even that. If me and Taki messing up plays, and they kind of tell us next play, because we rookies, we got to learn, and I feel like you can only get better day by day. So.
We heard Ray kind of giving you some encouragement today when you were making some plays. Did it get from all those rookies are causing issues and making mistakes, or were they always kind of just building you up?
I can say the older guys starting to see it click. They're starting to see it click from the younger guys, and I feel like. As vets, they feel like they proud because of what we're capable of doing and what we're doing on the field. So therefore, they feel like the hard work is paying off in a sense. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they always motivating us to this day over with, come out tomorrow. We just got to focus on trying to be consistent now. So.
You talked in the spring about you and Takitaki and your guys' relationship. So I mean, how has that sort of grown over now that you're in camp together and all that?
It's been great. Me and Taki roommates, so after every practice, after our day is done for the day, we go back to the hotel, pull up the film, and just kind of go over that together, study our plays together so that we both can sharpen our game up because, we came in together and one day we want to both be on the field playing at the same time. So our relationship has grown tremendously from rookie minicamp to now because, I feel like he's a brother and I can, fully trust him and count on him, and we always push one another on the field to try to be our best, play at our best and be the best person that we can be on and off the field.
I mean, not a lot of young guys come in as rookies and have that opportunity to have another guy that got drafted, rooming with them. I mean, that's a pretty good opportunity for you to get to know a guy like that.
Yeah, it is because, like I said, when I first saw Taki, it was at the Combine. I didn't know who he was. My first impression of him was just like, this guy got a lot of energy. He's a person he was kind of picking up guys, motivating guys. So I was like, he may be a good dude. I didn't know that we was going to get drafted to the same team. So when I saw that they picked him, then I got the call 2 rounds later. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I was just talking about this dude at the Combine. So rookie minicamp, I met him face to face, and it was just like we just been clicked tight after that.
When you see him out here getting under guys' skin pretty quickly, you know, getting days with no pads, he's getting after guys still. Any surprise there? Are you happy to see that out of him?
Yeah, I'm happy because sometimes coach has to tell Taki like slow down because he be moving so fast. He's very aggressive, and you know it took him to kind of learn how to practice and just create better practice habits instead of just being so out of control. And I feel like that's for the both of us.
You remember something at the combine that he said or did that you thought, boy, this guy, it made an impression? You know, like,
if you just pay attention to him, like the stuff he said out here was kind of like the same thing he said at the combine. He's like he kind of talked to himself a lot and kind of like just motivate everybody around him. Like he's a very talkative person.
Is he hard to go to sleep? I mean, you know, when you.
Yeah, he is because it can be like 12 p.m. and I be trying to go ahead and give me some rest. He be in there calling out the plays to himself and kind of like going over everything. But you know, it's paying off. It's only for the better. He's getting comfortable with the plays every day and comfortable with calling out everything, making checks and stuff.
You need earplugs?
Nah, I can block it out.
You're kind of learning this stuff subliminally then, right? Like you're literally hearing it in your sleep.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I mean, sometimes I have to tell him, man, go to sleep, bro. Like, let it come to him because I feel like sometimes he be overdoing it. And, you know, he be studying all night sometimes, and sometimes he may come out to practice and kind of still mess up on little simple things because he done like got all this in his brain at once and he just can't really think. But I mean, some people like that. I'm not like that. I have to study like 30, 45 minutes, and I feel like it kind of refreshes while I'm asleep. So that's how I learn.
Is it a normal speaking voice, or is it like an intense voice, like he's in the huddle?
It's like he be in there like, close right, loo. Like I can hear him, but it's kind of like an inside voice, but I can hear him though.
How eager are you for Thursday? I mean, it's preseason, but still, you know, first NFL game. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited to kind of, you know, face another opponent and kind of just get a feel of how a National Football League game gonna be when the season comes, and just to be able to see some of my guys that played at Bama on the other side and be able to kind of talk to those guys after the game is gonna be big. And you know, I really just can't wait. You know, it's just like first college game as a freshman.